Chapter 040 The Demon God Altar. Now that he had stepped into the 9th layer of the mortal body, the spirit channeling realm, Fang Han truly felt he had reached an entirely new height. Both his physical prowess and his mind were clearer and more penetrating than ever before. His entire body had been remade once more, like a dragon or serpent shedding its old skin, completely renewed. Heaven and earth were all contained within his mind. His spirit stretched infinitely outward. Fang Han felt he now possessed an unbreakable will, and an invincible seed had taken root deep in his heart and mind. The gate of mystic abilities hidden within his mind seemed to have quietly creaked open and narrow slivered. The spirit channeling realm, by its nature, came when physical strength reached its limit, triggering an explosion of spiritual power. Now that Fang Han had reached this realm in one stroke, his senses sharpened dramatically. Every faint stir within thousands of paces around him, even the faint skittering of a centipede or spider, registered clearly in his mind. No movement could escape his awareness anymore. This was the spirit channeling realm. Its sharpness was enough to commune with gods, to see the tiniest mote of autumn down. This realm marked another watershed in mortal body cultivation. In mortal body cultivation, the 5th layer, divine strength, was one watershed, but the 9th layer, spirit channeling, was an even more crucial milestone. For it was the pivotal stage where cultivation shifted from the physical to the spiritual. Only after entering the spirit channeling realm could one hope to step into the mystic ability realm. Fang Han could feel that the moment he focused his spirit, every bone and organ in his body lay clear and transparent before his inner eye. The spirit channeling realm granted inner vision. His bones stood distinct, as clear as crystal. This was the defining trait of the spirit channeling realm recorded in all realms. Crane fights serpent. Fang Han thrust his sword forward abruptly. The strike seemed to hit empty air, yet a Xianxia happened to leap straight onto his blade, its eye meeting the sword tip. The blade pierced straight into its brain, and it collapsed dead to the ground. In the blink of an eye, Fang Han struck again and again, as fast as a swarm of flying locusts, feinting east to strike west, pointing south to attack north. Every Xianxia rushed about like headless flies, throwing themselves straight onto Fang Han's blade. For a moment, Fang Han's sword moved like a crane dancing through the open sky, like a divine dragon flicking its tail, cutting through the air. After images of him filled every direction. One Xianxia after another was run through the eye, fell, and died an early death. Man. The last Xianxia roared and collapsed, but Fang Han's ritual sword let out a sharp crack and snapped clean into 2 pieces. The blade had pierced deep into the Xianxia's eye socket and gotten caught on the creature's skull. When Fang Han pulled it free at such great speed, the force had snapped the sword in 2. Fang Han's strength had long surpassed that of ordinary divine courage realm masters, and was already comparable to that of average divine transformation realm experts. The 9-aperture golden pill had remade his body and laid down a profoundly solid foundation for him. You actually killed 12 Xianxias, and broke through to the spirit channeling realm in the middle of fierce battle. Just then, Xianxia slowly descended from above. She had flown up into the darkness earlier, quietly watching everything unfold below. She was slightly shocked that Fang Han had killed 12 Xianxias and broken through to spirit channeling, but ever since they had entered the underground that day, as Fang Han had slain demon beasts one after another and asked her for guidance on martial arts, she had already discerned that his talent was of the highest grade. His comprehension of cultivation was extraordinary, surpassing all other disciples of the Fang clan. He was a truly talented individual. He had a real chance of stepping into the mystic ability realm. If he entered the mystic ability realm, became a true disciple, and could serve her, she would gain a reliable ally among the many other true disciples. That was the first thought that crossed her mind. It was only natural for her to think this way. Otherwise, the 9-aperture golden pill Fang Han had consumed would have gone to waste. If a pill refined by a demonic Grand Emperor did not even have this much effect, the Yellow Spring Emperor might as well bash his head against a wall and died. Senior sister, even though I've broken through to the spirit channeling realm, my ritual sword is broken. Without a weapon, if we encounter more Xianxias along the way, things will end badly. Fang Han feared this young lady would see through his secrets, so he quickly diverted the conversation. That is no trouble. Xianxia reached out with her hand, and the two broken halves of the sword floated into the air. She casually sent a crackling bolt of purple lightning crashing into the broken blade. The broken pieces immediately melted into a pool of liquid metal, which reshaped itself into a whole, perfect ritual sword. It was straight and sharp, with patterns of lightning flowing deep within its blade. I have reforged your broken blade and infused it with the mystic ability of my purple lightning Yin Thunder blade. As soon as it cuts an enemy, it will unleash purple lightning blade chi that can melt gold and steel. It can even injure flying Xianxias. Too bad it's not a spirit weapon. Fang Han murmured inwardly as he took the reforged sword from Xianxia. A flying sword earned the title of spirit weapon because it held a formation within it, and its power operated independently, without draining the user's own stamina. Saving stamina at the most critical moment was extremely important. Though the sword Xianxia had reforged was far sharper and tougher than his original blade, it still could not fly out to slay enemies on its own. He had to swing and thrust it himself. Naturally, Xianxia had no idea what Fang Han was thinking to himself. She stepped forward and continued onward, her gaze fixed ahead. You will still take the lead and clear the path. But the closer we get to the demon god altar, the more Xianxias we will encounter. Remember this, the spirit channeling realm is nothing impressive. Even the 10th layer of the mortal body, divine transformation, is nothing. Only when you step into the mystic ability realm, break through the limits of an ordinary person's world, can you truly climb to the heavens in one step. I will say this again, if you step into the mystic ability realm, I will let Qingwei marry you. Qingwei the younger sister is nothing, I don't care if she marries me or not. You the elder sister would be a different story. Fang Han thought this only to himself, he would never show such a thought on his face. My courage is really getting bigger and bigger, I'm even having thoughts like this. Afterwards, Fang Han was amazed at the thought that had popped into his head. After all, just 4 months earlier, he had still been a lowly servant. What's so bold about this? You are destined to become a generation of demonic emperor one day. Is that all the ambition you have? But this woman is formidable. Her future achievements will far outstrip this. She has a chance to step into the longevity realm and become a supreme immortal. If you can get her to marry you and become your beloved concubine, that is not a bad deal at all. Suddenly, the voice of the flood dragon Yin came from the depths of Fang Han's soul. Silence. Right now I only care about cultivating and raising my strength, so I can step into the mystic ability realm as soon as possible. I will not think about anything else. As for becoming a demonic emperor, that is a matter far in the future. As long as I devote myself wholeheartedly to hard cultivation, there will come a day when the clouds part to reveal the sky, and the stone is uncovered from the water. Following Xianxia to cultivate right now is dangerous, but it is still an opportunity one would not have gotten otherwise. Fang Han replied to Yin, his mind calm and unruffled. Good, with this state of mind, I am even more at ease. The road ahead is extremely dangerous. I can sense the aura of a demon god, and many powerful experts. You must be extremely careful this time. Yin fell silent for a moment, then spoke again. The aura of a demon god. As Fang Han walked onward conversing with Yin, countless bright lights suddenly flickered ahead. A massive altar stood towering over the plain dozens of li away, emitting a blood-red glow that illuminated the entire surrounding area. Before them lay a vast underground plain. Thousands of Xianxia stood arrayed on the plain, as orderly as an army. And flying Xianxia soared through the air above.